Okay, we're starting with Doreen Virtue's past life cards. We'll go to Melanie France's past life cards as well. Melanie France, Swear Tarot, past life deck. Excellent. Excellent. It's written, but it's excellent. So these aren't as imagery full, but let's see. This is going to be the archetype of the occupation, sort of. The farmer. This is wild unknown archetypes. The judge. The very big judge. Feels like a judge with a John Deere. That's kind of wild. Anything else from Melanie's gonna get? Anything else on this? No? All right. Carpenter. All right. All right. Here we are in the land of the farmer. This feels further back than the judge, but this does feel like you were the guy that was the lead farmer. You would have multiple lands. You would help other farmers, or perhaps, you know, when farm families had all their kids and they each got a plot of land or a piece of land. I feel like that kind of thing, but you were the wise farmer. You knew what was going on. You knew the challenges. You weren't afraid of hard work. You knew the law of the harvest. You knew the law of cause and effect. You knew the law of karma. There's the judge. You knew when to plant, when to grow. Carpenter. This is more to do with how you built. It wasn't that you were a literal carpenter, I don't think. I think this is how you built with people. I think it has to do more with the judge than anything else. You have authority figures. That would be you. Spiritual and religion. I don't think you were a religious monk or anything like that. No. I think the farmer and the judge, as far as occupation, is actually right. The carpenter isn't. And you weren't like the monk. That's not what... It's the farmer and the judge. Right through here is the hardest. Now, the challenges, if you're in the farmer mode, is workaholic. Difficulty getting along with others. Sometimes you have to be in charge more. So it makes you lonely sometimes. Says you worked the land and enjoyed the freedoms it provided. In the carpenter, you're analytical, you're leader, you're manager, you thrive on step-by-step processes. This is relating to how you judged, how you put things together. The lessons you learned to focus on what you can control. The lessons here, you learn to work with the freedoms the land provided. All right, we're going to continue.
Yes, a workaholic in this life.
You'd be amazed how much carries over. I don't have the time frames yet, so give me just a minute. Alrighty, here we go. Where was she? All right. Just go with it, Ange. Sometimes it's like trying to look like, no, shut up. Let the cards tell you. They will lead you. You will know. This says, working on partnership. It's Romance Angels. It says, give your relationship a chance. This could be the one. This is the judge, the workaholic aspect, the judge person. Worked too hard, wasn't great at love, liked law, liked order, liked reason, liked power and principle, liked things accordingly so. This was one lifetime. This is the same. To me, the farmer life came before the judge. We're learning more about the judge. I don't know why first, so it's going to be a little bit bouncy back and forth, but the farmer came before the judge. Of course he did. All right. The farmer came before the judge. This is the farmer. Here we have the King of Wands. This is the farmer in King of Wands mode. He's planting everything. He thinks he knows everything. He wants to lead everyone. Plants, plants, plants. The wrong thing. Learns the lesson. It all comes down like somebody burning a cornfield. That kind of tower disaster comes down for the King of Wands. These are trippy cards. Honey, will you show them? Because they're so tricky to see. This is the Universal Tarot. Some people don't like it, but it's kind of weird. It's in the land of the fairies and the land of the world. It's kind of weird, but it's important to know. You built with arrogance. You built, you farmed, you figured it out, you cultivated. You had enough seasons that were fucked, drought, whatever. Corn burns down. You know what happens. This is where I think maybe pre-1200. I think maybe pre-1200. Are we getting 1213? We're getting 1200, 1300 maybe? That kind of time frame. I don't know where on the globe. Anyway, as a farmer, your shit burns down. You learn the truth. You learn what to cut away. The Queen of Swords energy enters the house. She cuts the shit. She cuts to the truth. You felt trapped. You felt stuck. You felt a little bit like, what do I do now? You were a farmer. You were the oldest. You were the wisest of the people that were the farm agricultural people. But you didn't always get it right. You were the leader. You tried to get it right. Mostly you got it right, but you felt a lot of responsibility heavy on your shoulders. The world comes at the end of this lifetime. You figured it out. You advance. It's why your occupation shifted in the lifetimes to come. Now, how much space was between the farmer and the judge? I don't know yet. Let's see if there's anything more. The world. We're in the land of the farmer. Anything else that happened in there before? You were definitely male in both of these lives. I don't know why you were, but you were. That's coming through strongly. Now that gender is super relevant. It flips back and forth in lifetimes. If you want to try it out as a guy, as a girl, whatever. Whatever. The Emperor coming through. Of course. And the Empress. Of course. The Emperor and the Empress. The Empress, most fertile of the cards. Queen of Queens, in charge. Anything she plants grows. You get to this point where anything you plant grows, grows, grows. Like the earth is pregnant with seed, right? And it grows, grows, grows. Once you have this, and it feels like you had 3 difficult seasons, 2 that were of equal dynamic, and the third was when you cut through, when your arrogance as the king shifted to the Queen of Swords. You had enough knowledge and information, enough truth from the land. You reap what you sow, that kind of thing. 3 absolute shit seasons, and I don't think they were right in a row. But once you had learned it 3 times, you had it. Then you knew when to rotate crops, when to do blah-blah-blah. You would know. That kind of thing. I don't know if they do rotate crops in that kind of time. Maybe you moved to different lands. I don't know how farmers and agrarian people worked, but that's what it was. The Emperor. You figured it out, and then you owned it. Then you had your power. Then you had more stability for everyone around you, your children that would have farmed as well. They would have more stability because you'd get the understanding of the land. I don't think you could just rotate the fields, perhaps, but it might be you had to do a little bit of nomad work too. Anything else on this farmer? You knew how to plant the seeds as the King of Pentacles. You look back to the harvest. Oh, yeah. Show them that. Farmer. Chicken much? Bark, bark. Yeah. You knew how to farm. It's like you knew, okay, this chicken's going to lay an egg every day, every day, every day. I don't even know if that's chicken or goose or what, but that's what it is. You knew. Bark, bark. You knew. Like a cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfucker. You knew how roosters and chickens worked. You knew how valuable one was in the market, and you knew if there was a fair trade. You knew if somebody stole something or left the hen house open and then, hullabaloo happened and foxes getting... You would know what was fair, and you would know if somebody truly fucked up or if somebody was sabotaging, and you would be fair about handling disputes as the farmer at that point. You weren't the law, but you kind of were. All right. Anything else on the farmer? Really? Okay, where is it? I'm looking for the Green Witch Tarot. There we go. The Green Witch Tarot. The farmer. Oh. This is the victory that eventually came in life. This is a reflection showing your family, although this is only showing 2 children. The victory is you had the ability to finally settle down, have the house, everything like that. You had more than 2 children, for sure. Even though only 2 are featured here. Married, settled down. This is coming through as victory and the children and all these children behind. Like, holy cow. How many... Are we getting that? Hang on. Yeah. I'm asking, is this the 5 and the 3? Is this 8 children? I think you had 8 kids. I'm getting the 5 and the 3 here. Absolutely, you had 8 kids. I don't know why. One of them, and I think this might have been the second eldest, and I don't know why. Second eldest wanted to go more into trade versus farming. Difficult for you. Okay, fine. Eldest would have instantly been thrown in farm, hated it, whatever, fine. This is second eldest. This is third child. Anything else on here? First child, I think, was boy. Second boy, third girl. The eldest was fine. This is the eldest in his youth, even though it looks younger. And these are younger than that. They're not relevant for this aspect of what's going on in your story right now.
She said, damn. And she's also looking for a sister. And I've killed succulents.
Okay, me too. I've killed forget-me-nots. And now I do great with plants. You can always buy new plants. All right. Just because you are a farmer doesn't mean that you have a green thumb, unfortunately. All right. Where was I? I was with the kids. Excuse me. Yeah. Boy, boy, girl. And then 5. You had mostly boys. This is how it's going. Boy, boy, girl. And it really is going boy, boy, girl. Then boy, boy, girl. Then girl, boy. That's how it's going. It's like you had the pattern, you got it, and then you switched it up. Your poor wife. Whatever if they called her a wife, I don't know, your poor partner. And yes, only one mother, which is like, if there was 2 mothers, I'd tell you, but only one mother. You guys were very happy. Very happy for some reason. That's good. All right. Now, shifting over. We want to go into the life of the judge, which came after the farmer. You knew how to build and put things together. Well, I would think you would have to after having that many children, for fuck's sake. All right, let's see what's going on with the judge. You had trouble figuring things out with the judge. This could be the one. You were more reluctant to get into a relationship. Maybe you didn't want the huge responsibility. Maybe you felt that mental weighing heavy on you. Let's see if I'm even there yet. Where is the judge? Oh my gosh. This is the Thoth deck. Keyword's a little different in Thoth than in regular tarot of Rider-Waite. Same type of stuff, same structure. Slightly different take. Slightly different schools of thought. You have the authority. Oh my Lord. This job weighed heavy on you. Sometimes you were judge and jury, which led to the not happy. Sometimes you had to be the one that would mete out the punishment. You didn't like it. Sometimes you had to be like, yeah, this is not fair. I don't have any time frame on this yet, but hang on. Oh, but for the love of a woman, oh, how sad. Okay. The woman who you loved so dearly, I don't know if it's the same one here, but in this life as the judge, she wasn't with you long. She exited stage left quite early. It was not death that just you had to mete out. It was also her death. Profoundly affected you. You built wealth, you acquired knowledge, you said, kept your head down. Did things in a very balanced way, which would be more Emperor energy. You withdrew, you retreated. Very, very balanced. You kept moving forward. Now, this is not 8 here. This is 4 wands. They're like crossing each other, crossing each other. It's how you would steer your life and navigate. You were like super scholarly, super logic. Not just the law, but practical. This woman, you missed. Ever since she died, you missed her dearly. You built wealth, you acquired status, you didn't want to love again. This one comes in later. We'll get to her in a minute. This is her. This is her. This life, you're also male. Okay. All right. I don't know how to put this any quicker. Okay. All right. Seven of Pentacles. You've gotten over this relationship. You're evaluating life. You're checking things out. You're growing things, but some things have been failures. This relationship you kind of view as, I must have failed. What did I do to cause this? You didn't do anything to cause it, but you blamed yourself for quite a long time for it. Three of Swords. Again, going very inward, feeling betrayed, feeling like you did something wrong, like the gods must be punishing you. They were not. Later in life, as you're getting older, when you're young, you charge around like this kind of lunatic. Slam, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. You have a lot of experience, so to speak. You weren't so much a player, but you took comfort with women, fine, with many women, but they didn't mean anything to you necessarily after this one. It took you years to get over that. So you were kind of a slutty dude. Took a while to get balance. This person comes in. There's the two balancing. What else we got here? You've got the Arubis, you've got the Limbus-Gate, you've got the Figure 8, you've got the Two of Pentacles, you've got the energy changing. The energy changed. Okay. Now I'm showing this from a distance, and I'll show it with this one up closer carefully. This snake winding through. This is on the universe, on the world. Usually she dances through with ease, and she's halfway robed. I don't want to get kicked off of TikTok, so just bear in mind. The energy balances. The energy shifts and changes. It winds through. The balance and the resources. Somebody takes you by surprise. Somebody that's sensual, knows her power, knows her strength, doesn't take shit off of you. You might see her and think, oh yeah, you can seduce her easy, or yeah, let's hook up, whatever it would be. She's like, no go, Buster. She holds her own. She's definitely holding her own stubbornly. How old were you? I think this might have happened in like, I'm getting maybe 36 to 38. That's how old you might have been. So you were like bachelor on the prowl or whatever you were. Seeking solace, seeking comfort, not finding it. This one crosses your path and you're like, I'm interested in her, but you're reluctant to see it. She's got equally as much power. Like, she's got wisdom with the horns. She commands the wand here. She's very approachable. It's like you commanding the gavel in the courts. You were the judge, but you were closed off. She opens things up. She is fiery as fuck. She's as fiery as you are. She does it a little different. She makes more interesting patterns. She acts in a way a ladylike person wouldn't. And Chariot. She splits your focus and you have to refocus and refocus. You find yourself in court, whatever the court is, in the place where you would be judging people and distracted as hell. And it's all due to her. And she's not a problem. You're the problem. Anything else involved? No. Where am I supposed to go now? I want to know about this judge and it's not done. Give me a second. This is intuitive tarot deck. You can hardly find it anywhere. People look like alien. I'll do my best to not have awful pictures come up. I don't know. The judge. The judge and his lady. Uh-huh. You almost missed the boat on this. You almost missed the boat. You're grieving your loss. This is the card of grief, the Five of Cups. You're grieving your loss. You almost missed the boat. You finally look at it strong enough. Again, King 38. This is where you're at, King of Cups. Okay. Finally, you go for it. Wow. Take your damn time on it. Why don't you? She's offering you a cup, offering you a cup, offering you a cup. You don't see it for the longest time. Finally, you take the Fool's Leap. And this is not for a while. She's prepared. You're the one that's hesitant. Finally, you take the leap. The Nine of Cups. You get your happiness. She doesn't seem like a woman that you have children with. She might have had her own children. She was a little older. She's not like 20, but she's she's not older than you. She is younger than you, but she's fierce, strong. She operates just fine in the world of men. She operates just fine in the world of business. You could throw her anywhere. I'm trying to get the time frame this was in. It's elusive to me. Give me a second. No, I won't get it from here. Are you really? Chariot's coming through again. She challenged that aspect of you. You really had to focus. Here you are on the bench trying to rule, and your brain is all crazy scrambled because of her. You have to juggle your work, your thoughts, and what's coming in your heart. You have to juggle like crazy. Sun's on this. It's 19. What do we got here? 4 lives between the farmer and the judge. 4 lives. You came and went 4 times between you went from farmer to judge. There's at least 4 spaces in there. 4 significance. 4 down the rabbit hole through the looking glass, as it might be. This feels like mid-1700s, possibly. I'm getting the 7 coming through. I'm getting 1700s from here. The 4 lives, 1, 2, 3, 4, done. The rejection that you learned to, yeah, I'm not interested. It's like you couldn't get to the point of accepting her because of your heartache from this Empress. This connection ran deep, and she may have well been in here. This one is a different woman altogether. You were more established. You had more monetary wealth. There's more 1700s. Where was I supposed to be going then? Let me start shuffling these again. I know I was going somewhere. This happy dynasty here, this happy legacy, if this is her, these aren't your children, these are her children or your grandchildren. But the happy legacy dynasty, you're older. How do you leave your mark? You ask people about that every day. Every day in the courts you're asking, how do you leave your mark? How do you want to be remembered? You reap what you sow. You're doing all this all day, every day. Bam, 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 bam. All right, you judge. What else? We're going to the crow. There's a saying I know called as the crows fly, as the crow flies. It's a saying farmers would say in current times. They'd say, oh, it's about 5 miles due south as the crow flies. It means you wouldn't take the roads, but it's about 5 miles from here. That's what they would say. It's the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line. As the crow flies. Something about that. What's up with that, please? Wheel of Fortune finally took in. All right. Knight of Pentacles finally shows up. Yeah, we know about the Empress. 9 of Wands. You stand strong for a long time. She mourns you. You pass first. You pass first. She mourns you. I think you had about 20-something years with her. Maybe. 16 to 20 years is what I'm getting. It was like you kind of got rejuvenated, revitalized by this woman. She was strong-headed. Okay, all right. You were prepared, Knight of Pentacles. This is you in your youth. You take the track of the Hermit. You stay very, very much distant. This one encounters you, and you're like, okay, you're leaving the rough waters smooth. The 6 swords, the 6 things that had to happen. Just like you had 3 seasons here where you had hard seasons of failure. You had 6 lessons in the life of the judge. There were 6 legal things you had to attend to. 6 legal things. It could have been cases where you had to summon the courage to say, yeah, you're this one, no bueno. In 1700s, you wouldn't say, yeah, you're going to the clink for a little while. They'd been executed. These ones took with you. 6 legal cases took with you hard. Page of Cups. You tried to be a little bit gentler, but still honor the law. It was sometimes a little bit of confusing on the motives. You did your best. You ruled fair. And instead of having all of these 7 opportunities and blessings and gifts, these are like you saw the 7 deadlies, biblical 7 deadly sins, that kind of thing, all the time. It made you weary. You wanted 10 of coins time, 10 of coins time again. This is why. Part of the reason she was attractive was she was a force to be reckoned with, and you could tell because she wrangled kids. And in a way that you understood and you recognized, even though you didn't have your own in this life, you certainly knew what that would be like from the time before, from 4 lives prior. You were smart in the law. She was fucking the Queen of Wands, babe. She was there. Was she the Queen of Wands before? I swear she came in, or did she come in as the Empress? I don't know, I've got so many cards I can't tell you. She comes in as the Queen. She knows her power. She's potent as fuck. Magic in the Knight of Wands. She riles you again to that youthful part of yourself. We did see the Knight of Wands before on this. This is what created the magic and the connection for you guys. It made you feel lighthearted again. And you became the Emperor again in a good way. In a good way. More wise, more balanced, a little more gentle. Yeah. And the 7 of Wands. It's like in bookkeeping and math in different situations, they say, let's draw a line under that. Now I can draw a line under that. It means I can finish that out. Whatever was the hurt from the way back farmer time, and the loss of this woman at first, you can draw a line under it finally when the second woman enters in. And you did. That's how it went. That's where it ends. Yeah. That's what I got. I'm not sure if you were in England as the judge. It feels like in your culture you were somewhere in Europe. But I didn't get clearly where you were. If I were to have gotten it, I would have told you, and sometimes I do. I didn't get it clearly. These cards sometimes show Egypt or wherever. They didn't bring place. They brought your spirit and religion. Your spiritual growth was on the line in this life when you were the authority figure of the law and order. You weren't a monk or a priest. You were the judge. That's what I got.
Wow, Edge.
Fascinating. They are all so different. Yeah. Wow. And there's 4. It feels very strongly. There's 4 in between. So, yeah. That's what I got. I hope. I didn't see any sister in here. I don't know what that's about, but if she was meant to be told to you about, we would have seen her.
She put in another life read. I was a gypsy princess.
Were you? Okay.
All of my reads with Angie have been pretty.
Oh, have they?
Have been pretty.
I can't guarantee. I did a past life for my sister. The chariot came up for her, and that was the end of her life. Like, she had literally, her card showed her in Egypt, and then another deck brings up the chariot, and it's like, oh my fucking hell. She was killed by a chariot, literally. And they don't always mean literal. I said, you were run over by a chariot. It's like, oh my God. And it was like, all right. I'm sure she's like, sis, you're bonkers. Because she's very conservative. But yeah. Anyway, they're always fascinating, beautiful. And if I see something in there, I'll tell you something in there. If I don't see it, like I didn't see a sister in either of these,
My sister in my past life is now one of my spirit guides.
Easy. You betcha. You betcha.
All right.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.